is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Welcome back from that short break. My name is Sadia Yakubia here. In case you're just joining us, we're still on the weekend edition of Global Morning. I'll quickly call for the newspaper review. Today's episode of the weekend newspaper edition, we have the Tribune newspaper Sunday edition. And the lead story says, Nigerians' economy not growing. Nigerians' economy not growing. Stakeholders debunk federal government's claim. Stakeholders debunk federal government claim. Then we have other stories saying Nigerians should not celebrate yet. The claim statistics out of there still shows the unborn poor is 75%. That's coming from the Sunday edition of the Tribune newspaper. Another story, we have Adeleke orders action to be taken on Oba jailed in United States. That's on page 6, of the Tribune newspaper. We have the next story saying Tinubu Atiku Obi for Ladoja's coronation September 26. We have fuel aviation taxes. Another 4 years for Tinubu will push Nigerians to early graves. ADC. We are ready to dislodge APC in 2027. Besola. Yes, we'll be taking one paper today, and we'll be taking let's take a look at another newspaper, the Vanguard Sunday edition of Vanguard newspaper. And the first story said bandits ruled 10 Sokoto local government areas. That's the story. That story is coming from Sunday Vanguard. And we have another story saying Gani Adams Akinola order 6 de-escalation of Yoruba Igbo war on social media. All coming from Sunday Vanguard. Then we have insecurity. Scary statistics as jolted ex-armed chief Ex-Army Chief, retired generals speak out, and that's on page 8 of a Sunday edition of Vanguard newspaper. So that's all you can take on the weekend edition of the newspaper. So you can do well by grabbing any of the dailies to get the latest updates. Now we'll go on a short break, and when we return, we'll talk about gender-based violence. We'll be having our guest speaking to us via Zoom, in person of Sarah Yisa from Niger State, who will tell us more updates about the gender-based issue. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and international.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and international.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Welcome back from that short break. And now we'll be talking about gender-based violence, that's the GBV. What is gender-based violence? It could be sexual harassment. It could be just harassment in general to both either female gender or the male gender. And then we'll be having Madam Sarah Issa join us, who will be talking about the gender-based issue, most especially in our community. Yes, the community of now, we find women are more exposed to this gender-based violence. If Madam Sarah can hear me, good morning, Madam Sarah. Yes, gender violence, GBV, has so many implications. It has the causes of it, and where she, as soon as she joins us, she will be talking about causes and how to curb, how to stop or reduce, if not eradicate, but reduce the gender-based issue in our society. So many people are victims of this gender-based violence, being it physical, finding a husband beating his wife, or a brother beating his sister, or his neighbor hitting his neighbor, or dad beating his wife. These are all forms of gender-based violence. And in some cases, we see some women beating or hitting some men. Some men also go through the sexual harassment, just like most of my gender, that is a female gender, also experience the gender-based issue. So I don't know if Madam Sarah is set. Madam Sarah, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. It's Mary, please. Mary Issa.
All right, I'm sorry for that, Madam Mary Issa. Good morning. And nice having you on the show.
Good morning. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Talking about gender-based violence, what are the causes of domestic violence, and how many types of domestic violence do we have?
Talking of domestic violence, those are the violences that takes place within the house, which includes battering. It can include taking children for hawking, not giving them enough food, harassing your spouse, children, and relations, as the case may be. Now, there are a lot of causes. When there is a case of poverty, you discover that is when a woman or a man will say, you will not eat in this house today until you do this, you do that. And the child will be kept in hunger for a very long period until he or she finish selling whatsoever has been given unto that child. Children hawking outside is a case of domestic violence. Beating them is also a case of domestic violence. And so when we talk of physical violence, domestic is one under physical violence. I don't know if I'm audible, please. Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, ma.
Okay. Okay, what's the next question?
Just go ahead in case you want to explain further.
Still on domestic violence?
Yes.
Okay. So as I was, domestic violence can lead to several other types of because some physical pain can come in, and if care is not taken, if a person is being battered, beaten physically, which can happen to anybody, children, adults, male or female, husband or wives, it can it can lead to trauma. It can lead to death. Some have bled to death because of domestic violence. Some other push, it used to break the leg. A woman broke her leg because we're having a kind of misunderstanding with it. On reaching the ministry, we thought it was the husband because the way she reported it, it was like the husband pushed her, and she has a father figure. It's like yes. So it was domestic violence, not as whereas a kid don't yeah and any beats crying with
technical issue on poor network from Madam Series end, so we'll be bringing her back again once the network is stable. If you're just joining us, we're talking about gender-based violence. You know, in our society we have so many cases of gender-based violence. We have situation where man is hitting or beating or slapping either his wife or the children or your neighbors or friends around. These are all forms of gender-based violence. Then we have another one with that's the physical. Then we have the sexual harassment, a situation whereby you hear of rape. Yeah, you hear a 6-year-old or 7-year-old was raped. And then we have where adults again can be raped. In some cases it's due to our dressing, but let's not talk about that. Of course we want to just stick to the topic. I don't know if Madam Mary's network is stable for us to bring her back.
yeah.
Can you hear me very well now?
Yes, I can. It's network, please. Sorry for
Please
that.
continue, ma, no problem. Go on.
Yeah. So I was talking about children. Yes. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, definitely.
Still on domestic violence.
Yes.
Still on domestic violence. I said some children will be crying along the street because probably they've lost their money, and some will lead to lying, even if they lost and you ask them to go back home. They said they will not go because they will be received beating of their lives. How? So it's an advice to parents to keep close to their children. They should love their children equally. Stop harassing these children because it will expose them to other dangers. Simple domestic violence can lead to sexual harassment. Even if a child is a boy or girl. The children have been raped severally because of simple domestic violence. You must go and sell, you must do this. Beating. When they beat these children, they run away from the house. They fall into wrong hands. Sometimes, even if they don't fall into wrong hands, they will sleep and be exposed to all kinds of weather and sicknesses, illnesses, because they will sleep in an open space. When a good Samaritan finds them, oh yeah, let's go back home. Going back home, you see the child shivering, and the guardian will say, okay, no problem, no, he or she is my daughter or son, and no problem, nothing will happen, only for you to leave, and worse treatment will happen to those children. We received several cases. Like I was saying earlier, a man came to the ministry and said, I found a child outside around 9 p.m. Doing what? Report the case, because they have numbers. So he said when he asked questions, it happened that the woman was not the one that gave birth to that child. Meanwhile, her children were inside sleeping. What was the offense of this little boy? He didn't do what she asked her to do, asked him to do. It's a domestic violence, and it's very, very wrong. It's only God that will help our nation.
Violence in our community.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. I said, how can we deal with domestic violence in our communities? What are the measures you think?
The one of the measures is by empowering families.
All right.
Poverty is a major cause of domestic violence, because I don't think someone that has everything in custody will send a child out to go and hawk before coming to eat at home. Economic empowerment. After empowering these people, whether the males or the females, when they are empowered, it will take care of major things. And then sensitization. Everybody needs to know that exposing is not the best. Spousal domestic violence also can call for counseling. When such people go for counseling, they will be told what to do and what not to do, to live in peace and not in pieces. But I believe that with empowerment in the family, especially the women, I don't believe in I will not allow my wife to work. After all, I have what she needs. What does she lack? Even if she lacks nothing, no matter how rich you are, open a small shop for her. Let her be staying there when she's done with the house chores. When she's done with the house chores, that will be taken care of. But there are a lot of people who will say, never, my wife will not work. It shouldn't be so. It will also take care of trauma in the homes. Trauma. Somebody that has nothing to do will constantly be thinking. A lady went to the market, saw her classmates, well-to-do. Why are you like this? And she breathed in and out, and that was the end of her life. That shouldn't be. That's to tell you that the end result can even cause death. And by the time that one is taken care of, I believe all other things. But care very good. These are I'm the man. Patriarchy. Men should keep aside their ego or full dominance. Everybody knows that the man is the head of the house. So it's not by being like a lion that women will respect you. No. Most times, what they call respect is not respect but fear. Men must know that sometimes when they act that way, instead of women to respect them, they ended up fearing them. And the family, fear shouldn't be the issue. So instead of putting in great inequality, I am sure that these men patriarchy nature to want. What is wrong with you? Why are you like this? Okay, this is it. And do you know that it's not only men? Men is patriarchy, yes, but there are some women that suppresses their husbands also, putting them under full domestic violence. That is uncalled for. The remedy to that is woman should know her place, mellow down, respect your husband, and love the entire family. When there is love, I'm sure everything will move fine. But you know, it's more common with men than women. It's only few women that abuses their partners.
All right, and before we let you go, we'll have a last question. How can we end gender-based violence on the streets, in our workplaces, in our communities or societies?
Okay, before I go to ending gender-based violences in our communities, workplaces, and the rest, we must know that we have different types of violences, just as we earlier mentioned. Rape, domestic, forced marriages, which is very common in Niger State here, physical, economic, and psychological, emotional violences. But there's one that is coming up now, cyberbullying. This cyberbullying is on it's on an increase. So we must put an end to all this, including intimate partner bullying. That is the one I've explained earlier on. I was thinking you will ask me to touch them one by one. That's why I wasted time on domestic. But since it is only domestic you asked me, that's why I stopped there. We can put an end on all this. Okay, if I have the time, fine.
You can elaborate more.
Oh, fine. In Niger State, we have issues of rape. We have issues of forced marriages. And then rape, I think, can be ranked as the first, followed by forced marriages, and then domestic in Niger. We also have a lot of other cases. You know that one form of violence leads to another. But the four major types of violences we have is the physical violence, economic violence, sexual violence, and psychological or emotional violence. All other ones that you are mentioning are under these four. That is just the fact. All other ones are under these four. Like the issue of rape is under sexual violence. And when we talk of sexual violence, we are talking of rape, intimate partner violence, and sexual harassment, and every other thing. A lot of children, even adults, are receiving sexual harassment under sexual violence. I was speaking to a group of people, and when I mentioned that a wife can be raped, a husband can be raped, it became an issue. Until after the discussion, they said they never knew. In our culture, African culture, it is unheard of that a wife can be raped. How can I pay money on so person? They say I can rape her. I can get her anytime, anyhow. Yes, she is your wife, he is your husband, but it's not just anyhow, anytime. There must be a consensus. Yes,